Hello everyone, welcome to Cook It Out. Finally, the video that you all have been waiting for, the Q&A video in which I will also announce the results of the giveaway. So people, are you ready for it? Let's get into it. So I received a lot of entries for the giveaway, lots and lots of questions from all of you guys, so thank you so much for the amazing response. Now I have chosen some questions that I will answer today, and after I've answered these questions, I will announce the results of the giveaway. 3 winners who will get this beautiful weighing machine and a knife set. Alright, so people, the first question, actually a set of questions. So this bunch of questions was very common. Lots of people asked me these set of questions. Let me read it out. What inspired you to start cooking? Where did you learn to cook? What made you start a YouTube channel? And what did you cook for the first time and how did that taste? Okay, so these questions were asked by Adib, Lucky, Chojun, Rahul, Kunal, Gurpreet, lots of people. What inspired me to start cooking? My mom and dad. Brilliant, amazing cooks, and I've spent my childhood in this small beautiful place, Chamba. It's in Himachal Pradesh, it's a valley. So over there you don't have a lot of options of going out to eat. But in my childhood I've had such amazing food. My mom and dad were trying to make something new every day. So that's where the spark came from. Whenever I am facing any difficulties in any recipe, I always call up my parents. When I was in the final year of college, I started going to the gym in order to maintain general fitness and stamina. And of course, when you go to the gym, you need a lot of protein, don't you? What's the best source of protein apart from whey powder? Eggs, right? And in our canteen in the hostel, eggs were easily available. But the funny thing is, I am allergic to eggs. So I had to figure out some other way to get my protein in. And the best possible way, the next best alternative was to eat lots of chicken. And lots of chicken was not available in our canteen or mess. So I had to cycle every day, ride my bicycle every day for 7-8 kilometers because I had to go to the market, bring fresh chicken every day because I didn't have a fridge in the hostel, bring it back to the hostel room, cook it on my induction cooker. So that is when I actually started to cook for my own self. What I cooked for the first time, well, when I was little, I always used to get my hands dirty in the kitchen whenever my parents were cooking. So lots and lots of things that I used to cook, but mainly the first thing that I've cooked for my own self during those days of college was the dahi chicken recipe that I've uploaded on the channel as well. Now, when I made it for the first time, I realized cooking was so simple and it came out actually very delicious. So I was like, we should do this more often. Yeah. So that is what I made for the first time. And why did I start a YouTube channel? Well, because not a lot of cooking channels focus on the nutritional information part, isn't it? And being aware of what goes inside our body is a very empowering thing. So I just wanted to spread my passion around, spread my knowledge around. So just like that, I started a YouTube channel. Okay, next question asked by Sharan. Tell us about the healthy alternatives of white rice. And another question that he asks is, how do we add more fiber to the diet? The only healthy alternative that we can think of to white rice is brown rice. But have you ever had brown rice? It tastes so boring. It's always hard or chewy. No matter how much you cook it, it doesn't have any taste. It doesn't taste juicy. Well, the only advantage of brown rice over white rice is that it has lots more fiber. So now let's address the second part of the question, which will answer the first part as well. How to add more fiber to the diet? I'll give you a very beautiful technique to do that. Have you heard of this thing called isabgol, psyllium husk? I am sure you've seen one of those boxes in your house. Now, what is that? That is just fiber. In fact, a lot of athletes and bodybuilders who do not have the luxury of having lots of fruits and carbohydrates, they also go for this. What they do is take 1 spoon of isabgol. I'll throw an image of isabgol over here, psyllium husk. Take 1 spoon every 2 days with water before you sleep if you think you need more fiber in your diet. Perfectly healthy, natural way of getting more fiber into the diet. Now, please don't start depending on it because it is only for scenarios when you think that your fiber intake is going really low. Okay, next question. This is also a question that lots of people have asked actually. Which is the best cooking oil? I'll give you my perspective on it. Where does olive oil come from? What people use olive oil the most? Italians, right? They use it in their pizzas, pastas, salads, everywhere. Now, can you imagine any Italian person using kachi ghani mustard oil? on their pizza or pasta? Of course not, right? But we cook a lot of vegetables in that in India. The point that I'm trying to make over here is their bodies, their genetics have been accustomed throughout generations to be able to recognize the olive oil and to be able to digest it properly. Now, if I talk about people living in India, what is native to us? Desi ghee. We have sunflower oil, we have mustard oil, yeah. So our bodies are better suited for digesting whatever has been available around us through the generations. I'm not saying that stop eating anything imported, no, that's not the point. There's lots of things that we should explore in this world, but for regular use, why do you want to spend so much money buying something that is produced miles away when you have such good produce in your country itself? And talking about the nutritional part of oil, almost all the oils are similar, just a little bit of ratio of saturated fats to unsaturated fats varies. So use whatever cooking oil that is available around you. Now, the next question is actually a very good addition to this one, asked by Dharmendra. What about trans fats? I'll try to explain trans fats to you in an easy way. Well, trans fats are like plastic. How so? Trans fats are artificially synthesized. Those type of fats are not found in nature. Trans is a term from chemistry which signifies a certain type of bonds. Those trans bonds are not found in fatty acids in nature. When you synthesize artificial fatty acids by hydrogenating any vegetable oils, then what happens is you create these trans bonds. Now these trans bonds make those fats undigestible. So if you add even a tiny amount of this trans fat to any food product, it increases its shelf life because other organisms sense that there is something that they cannot digest, hence don't feed on it. So yes, our bodies cannot digest them, and yes, they do pose a threat to our health. Avoid the oils of foods which have added trans fats in them. You can always look at the nutrition label of whatever you buy. Whichever has the minimum amount of trans fats, go for that. Okay, the next question is a little more fun. What is the biggest panga that you've done while cooking? Asked by Lakshay and Shivam. I'll tell you one incident. When I was in my hostel, one of my friends used to come to my hostel room every day to have chicken with me because he also started going to the gym. He always used to tell his girlfriend that I have this friend who cooks really good food. And he told me that she also wants to come over to have dinner with us. I was like, yes, let's do it. So one fine day we sit together for dinner. We have sausages, we have sandwiches. I am cooking this chicken which I call chicken sokha. I'll put the recipe of that on this channel sometime in the future. Now that is one recipe that my friend and I used to eat every day because it was so easy to make, hence the name sokha. Sokha means easy in Punjabi. So I made the chicken. We decided to go outside because we wanted to enjoy the breeze. And then I served the chicken. We were all ready to eat, and as soon as I put that chicken in my mouth, I realized that I've put in too much salt. So my friend honestly told me that yes, there's lots of salt. His girlfriend was like, it's very tasty actually. Okay, next question. Aurora asks, are you married? Nope, I stay alone. Then Deep Raj asks, do you drive a Royal Enfield? No, I have a KTM 390 Duke 2017 model. Next question. What is the healthiest diet for an overweight person? Asked by Rajan. I'll give you two words. Calorie deficit. Our body needs energy to perform, gets its energy from food. If you give it enough energy to survive, it'll maintain its weight. If you give more energy than required, weight will increase. If you give less energy than required, your weight will decrease. So if you want to go in a fat loss zone, you have to follow a calorie deficit. What is a calorie deficit? Go online and search for it. There are lots of apps that help you maintain a calorie deficit, tracking the macros and calories of the food that you eat every day. So I'll make a video on calories and macros and how to deal with them sometime in the future, but I suggest you to go online and research on it because that is going to be helpful for the rest of your life. Next question is by Jagmeet. Cheeky question. What makes the food more delicious? The masaale or the cook himself or herself? Okay, so I'll give you an anecdote for this question. I used to live in a hostel in IIT Bombay. We used to eat in the mess almost every day. Now, there were times when the cooks of the mess managed to screw up the taste of rajma using lots of masale. They put in so many masalas, so many spices in the rajma that the rajma didn't taste like rajma at all. It tasted bad. So yeah, it's about the way in which you use the spices. It's about the proportions in which you use the spices. It's about the knowledge of how to cook that makes the food delicious, not the masalas themselves. So next question is asked by Rishi. Which is your favorite South Indian dish? First of all, I love South Indian food. I live in Bangalore. I always go out for some dosas, idlis and vadas very often. But my utmost favorite South Indian dish is ghee roast. Be it chicken ghee roast, mutton ghee roast, paneer ghee roast. Oh my god, ghee roast is the best thing, one of the best things that I've ever tasted in this world. So yeah, ghee roast takes the win. Okay, Shweta asks, are you into gymming or fitness? Because your lifestyle seems to be focused on healthy eating and so does your channel. Interesting question. I have an interesting answer for this. Well, yes, I try to go to the gym regularly to maintain my stamina, fitness and strength. For the second part of the question, hear me out. Humans have evolved for thousands of years. All of our sense organs have also evolved with time. If something tastes good, there is a reason why it tastes good. Now, the caveat is that we've figured out how to work around the taste using artificial flavoring agents. But the point that I'm trying to make is there is lots and lots of delicious food in the world. I am not the kind of person who says no to a dessert because it is apparently not healthy. I love to eat all sorts of tasty food that this world has to offer. I would love to eat more. Now, there is one month in a year, one random month in a year when I cut down my weight. That is my cutting month. I limit my calorie intake to around 1700 calories and that enables me to drop 10 kgs easily within a month. Only at that time I'm very stringent about my diet. I stick to my plan, but otherwise I eat everything. The only thing that I maintain every day is my protein intake. I take enough protein every day in the form of whey protein or chicken, non-vegetarian food, dal, paneer, etc, etc. And yeah, I do not shy away from any so-called unhealthy foods. Okay, so the next question is asked by Shivam. He asks, have you been scolded by your mom for not washing the dishes after cooking? Dharmendra asks, what's your take on cooking sprays? Well, cooking sprays are nothing but oil thrown into a spray bottle that you can spray over a pan. It is more efficient because it spreads out evenly and doesn't use a lot of quantity of oil, so it is good for you if you are cutting down on calories. Now, the bad part about cooking sprays is that they cost too much. Yeah, you can make your own cooking spray. Go to any stationery shop or crockery shop or any general store, ask them for an empty spray bottle. They are easily available. Fill oil in that spray bottle, use it as a cooking spray. That's all. Next question. Arjun asks, is sugar bad for you? What about the sugar that's there in fruit juices? What's your opinion on that? See, moderation is key. Anything taken in excess is bad. The same goes for sugar as well. Your body has the capability to digest sugar. You can produce insulin if your body is healthy. So, no matter where the sugar comes from, your body is well equipped to digest the sugars. Although for different sugars, the exact metabolic process differs a little bit, but the point is, if you want to eat sugar, have it in moderation. Now, I personally don't put sugar in milk or tea or coffee because I feel that it hampers the taste of tea, coffee and milk itself. I do not shy away from desserts. I eat lots and lots of sweet things. So yeah, in my opinion, sugar is not bad if you keep it in moderation. Okay, so the last set of questions, very interesting. The first part is asked by Manohar, and that is, what is your profession? How do you manage your YouTube channel along with that? And the second part of this question asked by Jasmine, well, I've clubbed these questions together myself because they are similar. Jasmine asks, why do I learn a lot of chemistry while you cook? By profession, I am a teacher. I teach students who are preparing for IIT JEE examinations. So I teach chemistry. I have majored in chemistry myself. I was a student of chemistry in IIT Bombay, studied there for 5 years. So Manohar is asking, how do you manage your YouTube channel along with that? Imagine you're in any job. If that job gives you a lot of stress, you won't be able to do anything else on the side. Because stress is something that totally kills you, doesn't it? You don't have the mood to think about anything else. Time is something that we all can manage somehow. Perhaps we'll sleep 2 hours less. Perhaps we'll do it on the weekend and not go out for traveling. Something like that can be managed. But if you're under stress, that's when the problem starts. Now, since my job is relatively stress-free, I like to teach, and hence I don't have a lot of stress, and hence I am easily able to manage YouTube side by side. Okay people, so those were the questions sent by you. Really interesting stuff, by the way. I hope you enjoyed the answers that I've given to them. Now let's come to the most awaited segment of this video, and that is the winners. The 3 winners that have been chosen for this giveaway. So the winners are Lucky Mehra, Shweta Dubey and Dharmendra Chaudhary. Congratulations to all 3 of you. Check out your Instagram DMs because I'm going to ping you over there and your gifts will be shipped to you really soon. Now, for those of you who've stayed till the end, thank you so much. There are lots of you who were requesting for videos like full day of eating, what to do for weight loss, calorie and macronutrient information, how to judge the calories, so on and so forth. So yes people, I will make those videos in the future. I'll give you an idea of what's coming up next week. I am going to make a video of paneer bhurji, so that's going to come up next week. This week I am actually going for a holiday. Wherever I am going, I'll try to make a YouTube live video for all of you. So that's coming up. I am trying to invent some new recipes that will really help people who are going to the gym. So when I am successful with those recipes, I'll publish those online as well. I just want to thank you so much for being an amazing member of the Cook It Out family. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this quick little Q&A. Congratulations once again to the giveaway winners, and I'm going to see you very soon. Until then, bye bye.